gotta come up with a better idea for my next movie and novel. I know when I produced The Raven, that was an excellent movie. It hit all the spots. And, I want to try something to broaden my horizons. Something that's going to touch everyone's soft spot, You know that thrill that you get inside that builds up as you're watching the movie or reading the book. I've got to come up with that kind of idea. In my journal, the last time that I had written down the ideas, but that dream I had, where I was able to get all the little soft notes, the little those words, they came to me. And I was thinking, because whenever we're watching a movie, it's either, science fiction or it's romance, it's, it could be a thriller with some action, and, all the categories. But what if I was to put them all into one movie? That's why I've got myself out here some ideas that I've been gathering for quite some time. So I've got my correction pen, my red pen, that I always use when I'm going to set up a new movie. It's one of my favorite pens. Thinking, and I came. That's why I've got to take notes and make sure I telescript everything so I don't forget. Like when I gave those ideas for that movie Ghost Rider, and Nicolas Cage, he was, eating his candies. Well, that idea came from me. Yeah. I got the cup in the martini glass just like him. But there's only one big difference with me. What I do is I take, instead of jelly beans, I take the marshmallows out of the Lucky Charms cereal, and I eat those. Yeah. Because they're soft, and they smell so good. Because you want a soft candy when you're really thinking and processing. You don't want to be eating a hard, loud candy. So you want a soft one. Something that melts in your mouth. Yeah, that's why. I really like these. But I have to go through a lot of boxes of Lucky Charms to get a lot of those candy. Okay, now back to my script. Here. I was thinking some of my ideas. Here. If I take first, we'll start with science fiction. If I take, let's say, a world where emotions are controlled by a governmental device, one person's discover of true love, or one person must discover true love. But see, now if I take this and I mix it up a bit, if I add some fantasy, let's say, here, we'll put it, let's say, in a medieval world. I think we'll go for a dystopian type of background setting. And let's say there's a young witch and she inherits a magical book that reveals hidden secrets. But then we would have to jump all the way, let's say, we can go to, let's say, romance. We'll start getting romance on track. Where, let's say, the witch with the book, the witch. A bookstore owner discovers a series of love letters hidden in an old book. Ooh, this is getting interesting now. We're already starting to put it together. And we could add some medieval, surroundings too in this. I think this would be a good idea. Yeah. Should we add something historical? Let's say the woman, the witch, let's say, she disguises herself as a man to fight in a battle. No, I don't like that. Soldier, journalist. Maybe she's going undercover first as a journalist, let's say. The forgotten chapter of history involving intrigue. Ooh, yes. But still not overthrown by governmental issues. Who's going to be the superhero in all of this? let's say, a vigilante with a unique power takes on the evil. Now I've got to find the evil part in this dystopian world or city. What do we have here? Mystery. Then the letters that were in the book. The person, the mystery person, receives the letters revealing a dark secret from their past. He opens the book, and that's where the letters reveal to him the secret. That's where we can add some magical effects. Yes. That would really be good. And then we're going to need some music. Yeah. I'll put down some music here. I'll take musical type and mood. Musical. A struggling musician? No. Dance troupe? No. It's not a dance movie, or no. Street performers? I don't like that so much. We could have maybe a background choir, but not just any kind. It would be like a special type of choir, all made up of, let's say, magical creatures. No, I wouldn't say creatures. More like magical entities. Like they're there, but they're not quite there. And they bring out the musical part in the movie. Every so often, they'll pop out of nowhere, and you'll hear this harmony of musical notes playing a soft touch throughout the film. They could be like sort of orchestra. Yeah. With some instruments, maybe futuristic instruments. Something like when I gave the idea for Star Wars. The creatures, they would play those special instruments. Sometimes even using their mouths and different body parts. That was my idea. Yeah, so. Just take a note of that. I gotta back it up on my hard drive too. We've got the music part set up here. Do I add some horror? No, it's not going to be like a horrific movie, no. Family moves into a haunted house. No, that won't fit. A young woman comes into the picture, and her reflection starts behaving sinisterly, in a sinister way. She could be the one that's going to approach the man, the mysterious man. Yes. Mysterious man to approach. Yes. Okay. Now, that is said, animation. I don't know. Maybe that one. Maybe a visual exploration of the passage of time using abstract imagination. That would probably fit pretty good. I think so. Now, and then to mix it all towards the end, they open the mysterious man with the help of the witch. She is able to open the letters, the magical letters, which reveal an ancestral name dating way back. But would you know it, that the young woman, when she's having these images and these thoughts, it comes from the letters, because in reality she has the heredity of the family name. Yes. And the man with the superpowers, he fights off the evil. The evil. I didn't find that part though. What is the evil mystery in the whole thing? What could be something different? Something. How about, not a fog. That's been done so many times. No. But how about an evil that lurks in the dark, but has a shape or a form of something, not the devil, not the demons. No, that's in a lot of movies. I can't copy, from any of my other ideas in my other movies or novels. That's why this has got to be totally different. We'll say that the evil is everywhere, in everything, every piece of furniture, every thing from nature, plants, trees, buildings, the wind, the rain, everything coming together to get the girl. Yes, because as we know it, once the man, or the mysterious man, and the woman actually meet face to face, the power grows and grows and grows from the magical power of the letters, which change the whole time aspect of life. Oh, I like that. Oh, yes. I like that. And that's why the conclusion towards the end, I've got here something that I created. It dates all the way back from 2018. But that doesn't matter. It's still good today. See here. I'll show you. I have a calendar. If you could see it here. I've made my own calendars. And instead of having 6 days, 7 days, actually, a week, I've produced it out and did the necessary calculations that there would be 8 days a week. You would have, your Monday, your Tuesday, your Wednesday, your Thursday, your Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then the fun day. It's the day when in the movie, time changes and everybody is allowed to have that last one day to do what they want, but under a governmental regime, but not a government like as we know of as today. No. A total different government. Yes. That is owned and no, it's run by aliens, sort of, but let's say a different type of human. A government that's run by not avatars, but close to it. Yeah. Anyways, I'll give that part some more reflection. That I can work on that. Then I got here all my notes. So they're a mess. But that's when you're a novelist and a writer. Sometimes just jabble things down, It's the best way to do it. And that's another thing I was working too on this other movie with some suspense and a little bit of darkness, but this will be for another time, like it was in the dark of the night, on a cold and damp, lonely road. My head was pounding from that last drink of Perrier. I won't indulge too much in it. I want to save this for another time. And for everyone listening in, don't forget to take care, because we love you, and we'll be catching you in the movies. Bye for now. Bye. I think I'll have another marshmallow candy. They're pretty good. What's up? They're addictive. Yeah. Really addictive. Okay, now pick it. Get organized. Now, I'm gonna have to send these ideas to the producer.